Lecture 10, where we will go over plant structure and function. In plants, structure is highly related to function. If we examine the plant at the organ level, leaves provide a large surface area to carry out photosynthesis. Stems help to support and elevate the plant and allow for vertical growth. Roots help to anchor the plant and also to absorb nutrients from the surrounding environment. At the tissue level, we can take a closer look at a leaf cross-section. The cross-section of the leaf depicts various types of tissue, such as dermal tissue that protects the organs, vascular tissue that supports and transports nutrients, and ground tissue that helps to carry out photosynthesis. And if we further examine at the cellular level, within the ground tissue, there would be photosynthetic cells that contain chloroplasts that will carry out photosynthesis. There are tube-shaped cells that help transport resources throughout the plant and tissue, and there are cells with root hairs on the roots that will help to increase the surface area for absorption. Remember that the base functional unit of an organism is in fact the cell. These cells are then organized into tissues. Tissues typically represent a group of similar cells, or they may have different cell types. However, these cell types work together to share and carry out a common function. An organ consists of many different tissue types that are organized to form a specialized cohesive function. Multiple organs can make up an organ system, and these organ systems will work together to make up an organism. Note the pictures below how these terms and definitions relate to a plant and plant structure. The structure of a plant highly reflects their evolution to draw nutrients from above and below ground. Plants require nutrients from the soil and water from below ground, and carbon dioxide and light from above. Vascular plants will have their tissues arranged into three main organs: stems, leaves, and roots. Roots make up the root system, while the stems and leaves make up the shoot system. These two systems are considered to be interdependent upon each other. The roots rely on products from photosynthesis, and the leaves rely on the nutrients acquired by the roots. We're now going to take a closer look at the organ types. First, we will examine roots. Roots are responsible for carrying out the following functions. Roots help anchor plants into the soil, absorb minerals and water, and they can also store carbohydrates and other nutrients. There are many different root types that can exist within the plant. The primary root, which is usually present in the embryo, it is considered to be the first root or organ that emerges from a germinating seed. This will help penetrate into the soil to help anchor the germinating seed and also to help acquire nutrients for its growth. The other different type of root is a lateral root. This is represented by the first branch that forms from the primary root. The lateral root has the ability to form many different branches. The taproot system is primarily present in tall, erect plants. The taproot system helps to anchor the plant and also provides additional support. This system is very costly to produce. However, it typically provides better access to nutrients as well as better pollen and seed dispersal. In the taproot system, a primary root will develop into a taproot. This is represented in the main vertical root in the image to the lower right. Branches will extend off from this main root and will branch in the lateral direction. The taproot system is very common in eudicots. However, it is rare or not present in monocots. Rather, monocots will have a fibrous root system. This is primarily present in very small and heavily grazed plants. In this system, the primary root will die early. This will lead to the presence of many small lateral roots that will extend from the stem of the plant. This helps to form a thick network of roots that will help to anchor the plant in the soil. This type of root system is also very helpful in preventing soil erosion. There are also many adaptations that roots may have. Absorption of water and nutrients typically occurs at the tip of the roots. As a result, root hairs may extend from the epidermal cells at the root tips. This will help to increase surface area for the absorption of nutrients. As discussed in the fungal chapter, some plants may form mycorrhizal associations with fungi to help increase nutrient acquisition. Roots can be adapted for many different reasons. For instance, buttress roots can provide additional support. Aerial roots can allow for certain types of seeds to germinate, grow, and eventually take over their host plant. Pneumatophores are roots that can help in low oxygen or no oxygen environments. Storage roots can help store nutrients as well as water, and prop roots can offer additional support for a plant. The next organ we will examine is the stem. Stems are the structure that bears leaves and buds and consists of two main parts, the node as well as the internode. The node serves as the attachment point for the leaves. Internodes consist of the segments between the nodes. Buds can be apical or terminal. They can also be axillary or lateral. Apical or terminal buds typically elongate along the shoot, whereas axillary or lateral buds usually form branches, thorns, as well as flowers and contribute to the horizontal growth of the plant. Stems have many different functions. They can elongate and orient the plant in order to maximize photosynthesis. They can also elevate reproductive structures to maximize dispersal capabilities. Some green stems have limited photosynthetic abilities, contributing to the production of organic compounds. In addition, some stems can be modified to store food or to aid in asexual reproduction. This slide depicts some common stem adaptations. Rhizomes, for instance, are horizontal shoots that can grow below the surface. Stolons are horizontal shoots that can grow along the surface and can be important in enabling asexual budding. These are also known as runners of the plant. Tubers are in large regions at the end of rhizomes, and they can help to store food products for the plant. The third organ we will examine is the leaf. The leaf consists of the following parts: the blade, which is the bulk of the leaf and is typically flat to maximize the surface for photosynthesis. Leaves will also consist of the petiole and the veins. The petiole is considered to be the stalk. This attaches the leaf to the stem at a node. However, this is not present in grasses as well as most monocots. The leaf will also contain veins, which consists of vascular tissue that will run parallel in monocots, or it will be branched or form a network in eudicots. In addition, leaves can be classified as simple or compound. A simple leaf has one single undivided blade, whereas a compound leaf consists of multiple leaflets. A leaflet has no axillary bud at its base, and in some plants the leaflet can be further divided into smaller leaflets. Note that the main stem will contain an axillary bud at the base where it attaches to the main plant. This axillary bud is not present where the leaflets attach to the petiole. Leaves are considered to be the main site of photosynthesis, but they can also aid in the exchange of gases, dissipating heat from the plant, as well as containing toxins for plant defense. As a result, leaves can have modifications that can help in support, food storage, defense, as well as reproduction.